and happy holidays. How are you, Will? Hey, co-host
I'm
Will.
good. I'm good.
I'm Patrick, your local game guy, and this is Gev, Scaled Scorch. Because you know what? 'Tis the season of Geving. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will, for
Yeah.
that. This is a legendary creature, lizard mercenary, that came out in Bloomburrow that we really wanted to cover then, but just never got around to it. I think it was either based off of vote and or just a new set came out and we decided it was time to move on. But this Rakdosian leader was a creature we thought would be fun in the command zone, and we wanted to revisit before we moved on to 2025.
And it was also the closest Christmas or wordplay commander that we could use, as
There's
we
that
wanted
too.
something that was thematic for the season.
There's also that. We did like a couple years back, I think, a different themed Christmas special. It was a Gruul deck, which made total sense. But Gav is going to get a pass today because the wordplay. I enjoy it. So yeah, we're going to be building Gav today. Obviously, these live brewing sessions are so that you could also put your 2 cents in. If you want to suggest anything for the list or you have a list that you enjoy, let us know how you would like to tackle this deck, and we'll take that input. If you're watching this as a VOD, that's okay too. But don't act surprised if we miss some things, especially if you watch this like a year from now. Don't be surprised if we miss some things. At any rate, should we take a look at Gev?
Yep, yep.
All right, there's the boy. There's the little lad. So Gev, Scaled Scorch, Rakdos, as I mentioned, 3/2 body, ward, pay 2 life. Okay, I think most people are going to be okay with that. But other creatures you control enter with an additional +1/+1 counter on them for each opponent who lost life this turn. Whenever you cast a lizard spell, Gev, Scaled Scorch deals 1 damage to target opponent. Okay, well, what's the goal here? What are we trying to
Well,
do?
we can, if we wanted, we could use Dockside Extortionist with any lizard to do infinite damage with the last ability with the bounce
Mm.
outlet. That's not a thing anymore,
Mm.
but
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
the game plan of Gev is you want to do any kind of damage, then you play a persist creature, and then you proceed to infinitely sack that creature with any sack outlet that can win the game, and then win the game.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably the most clear-cut way of doing this. Persist adds -1/-1 counter, and then they come back. The +1/+1s and -1/-1s counter each other out. So kind of tried and true combo. There's a couple of legendaries that let you do this, if I'm not mistaken. This is a pretty clean one, though. But the thing is, you need to get in for some damage. So it's likely Gev attacking for
It's
each opponent
funny,
who lost life this turn. I mean, you only need to hit one person. Go on.
you don't need to get in for damage, because if anybody cracks a fetch land on
Mm.
any turn, you combo off at instant speed.
Provided your sack outlet's just chilling there and you have the persister in play. But yes, technically you don't have to. But I mean, there's no great way to make this happen instantaneously, I don't think, unless you, I don't know, you bolt someone and then you flash in. There's no persisters we can flash in, and there's no way to cheese them in unless someone has an Allurin in play or
We have
something like that.
instant speed reanimates.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so what are some of the best ones? I mean, I guess
Shallow
Corpse
Grave,
Dance.
Corpse Dance, and Necromancy. Those are the 3 instant speed reanimates.
All right,
Other than Goryo's Vengeance, but I don't know if there is a legendary persist creature.
are we gonna research this? I
I'm
think
going to
so.
quickly research this.
So far as persisters are concerned, okay, so we already know that this list is going to. We're trying to give. We're trying to give the gift of infinite death or infinite mill, infinite death, infinite damage, leading to death. So obviously, something like a blasting station will be good here. Even like any sack outlet with an impact tremors or other Perforos effect would do the trick. There's plenty of ways to damage people on creatures entering and or leaving the battlefield in these colors. Obviously, there's Blood Artist as well, stuff like that. I would prefer that the lines be reduced to 3 things, namely Gev, sack outlet, and Persister. So let's try to just focus on those first, and then we can flush out the rest of this list as we go along. But yeah.
So the two things that we can also kind of do with Gev as like ways to polish off our combos, we can do either artifact lines or we can do goblin lines, because for artifacts we have Lesser Masticore, which is an artifact creature that has persist. And I think there may be another one. Yeah, there's a thing that has persist as long as you control black creature as well, but that's 6 mana. I'm not sure if we're ever getting that. There's another one for 3
There's
mana.
there's a black creature that if you control a red creature, it's the same thing. It's like a hound. I forget the name of the card.
I think that one's Undying. But we have Lesser Masticore and we have Windgrattle Scarecrow, which both are just artifact creatures with persist. So if we get 2 artifact tutors, we can find like Blasting Station or Altar of Dementia, and those. For goblins, we have Putrid Goblin, which is just a goblin with persist, and Murderous Redcap, which is a goblin that will deal infinite damage if we keep sacking it infinitely.
Right, which means we can just run any sack outlet with this guy.
Yeah, and then there's a couple goblin sack outlets that we can run as outlets. There's Sling Gang Lieutenant, I think is the best one. Just sack goblin, drain 1.
Oh, you mean for like a goblin recruiter line? Like, is there a way to...
If we do like goblin recruiter, conspicuous snoop, and then we just pull, we just play putrid goblin off the top, have the other one on top, then we get there in 1 card. Or we get there in 1 draw after a recruiter.
Right, recruiter of the guard is definitely sorcery speed. But
well, it's a goblin recruiter.
Goblin recruiter. Recruiter of the guard is probably going to be in the list too. Or sorry,
yeah.
Imperial recruiter is probably going to be in the list. But yeah, we can add these persisters for now. Antler Skullkin.
I think our app for persist creatures is we want to only run persist creatures that have some significant effect, or persist creatures that are like 3 CMC or lower.
I mean, we're not going to have too many, to be honest with you.
It would be like Murderous Redcap, maybe Puppeteer Click. Let's see. What is beginning for upkeep?
By the way, the land base for this deck will need to be modified. This is not ultimately what the land base will look like. Don't mind us. We're going to add some MDFCs. This was a list. A land base that was off of a previous list. And so you guys can follow along with the deck. The link to the deck is now in the description for you. So
I think we might be able to get away with Puppeteer Click, but that one's a maybe for me. But I think it's going to be Murderous Redcap, Lesser Masticore, Putrid Goblin, and the Windgrattle Scarecrow.
I need to look at this Windgrattled Scarecrow. I don't think I've...
It's just a 3 mana 2/2 that has flying if you have blue creature, and has persist if you have a black creature.
We can do that. That second part, we can do. And plenty of artifact tutors as well. What's the most recent one we got? I always forget the name.
Reckless Handling.
Reckless Handling. Yeah, let me just add that right now. We can add all of those artifact tutors in a second. Let me put Puppeteer Click in as well. It's this fairy wizard down here. Because the thing is, if you entomb it, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, I think our game plan can run a couple reanimates, because we already... I don't know if you already put in the instant speed reanimates, but...
no, not at all.
They're good just to throw people off, because if somebody goes shields down and someone cracked the land at some point, then you just go... Oh, you're trying to win? In response to your Thorkel? Shallow Grave? Game?
I mean, you like Puppeteer Click for its effect?
Maybe. Puppeteer Click is kind of a maybe for me, but just having Puppeteer Click to steal somebody's Rakdos or something, or just a big dumb creature is nice. Also, Puppeteer Click can be used as a combo disruption by stacking it in response to somebody trying to do a reanimation combo, and then you just snag the thing they're going for. It's a maybe. I'm not sold on it.
Do you like Persistent Constrictor from Duskmourn?
No.
I kind of do. I kind of do. I mean, it'll kill, like slowly kill.
On target creature you can, or oh, they control. Never mind. At the beginning of each opponent's upkeep.
Yeah, you kill a Orcish Bowmaster or some dorks, or it's just
If you
good.
want to do that, we can.
I just feel like that's pretty
I
good.
don't hate that.
That's not horrible value. Look, you know, you got to work with what you got.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's honestly I like that better than Puppeteer Click.
Yeah, me too. Me too. The Thunder Blast I was looking at, it's not very good. Everything else is just fine. I think we got the main ones. All right. So, as far as artifact tutors are concerned, we've got Reckless Handling, we've got Goblin Welder,
Engineer.
Engineer, excuse me, and we have Gamble, which is kind of like an artifact tutor. Tutors everything. There's one more though.
There.
Trash for Treasure. What is it called?
Trash for Treasure does not
just
search. It just
something.
swaps a thing on board with a thing engraved.
What is it? There is another artifact tutor. I swear to God, Will.
We already got Reckless Handling. We already got the Goblin Engineer.
Search library artifacts. What
Are
do we
you
got?
thinking of Moonsilver Key?
Maybe.
Moonsilver Key does not work, by the way. It needs to only find an artifact with a mana ability.
Man, I really thought there was another artifact tutor we got. I guess it was just Reckless Handling. Well, we got all those black tutors, so it's not like we're hurting.
You know, I honestly think that this is a deck that could potentially run Demonic Council. It's the search for a demon, delirium, search for anything.
Really?
The reason why is just because
Demonic Consultation?
We have artifact creatures in the deck. That's already 2 for delirium, and we probably cracked a fetch. We just need to cast an instant or sorcery at some point in the game, and then it's a demonic tutor.
So you want to run Demonic Consultation?
Demonic Council.
How do you... Wait, why? I can't find this card.
COU? COUNSEL?
Oh. This is also from Dustmorn. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Search your library for a demon card. Reveal and put into your hand. There are 4 more card types in your graveyard. We can try it. I mean, I don't know. We might need the space. We'll see. We may need the space. Let's put our tutors in, and then let's go for our sack outlets.
Yeah. So Goblin Recruiter is probably going to be like our awkward one, but probably our best. Speaking of which, we need Conspicuous Snoop if we want that to run smoother, because if we put Conspicuous Snoop on top when we draw it, it will let us play the Putrid Goblin for free, or not for free. It'll let us play Putrid Goblin or Red Cap off the top, and then it will get us the next card, so it'll let us dig faster. So it will become a copy of our sack outlet while also letting us play the enabler off the top.
I like it.
This isn't your daddy's Conspicuous Snoop line. Also, we can, if you want, we can run Kiki Jiki for the whole Kiki Jiki loop with a Conspicuous Snoop.
Oh, I mean, like, we're gonna do it, but
as a backup
does that
line.
just
It's
does
like
that
one card?
Okay, I was gonna say, does that just negate using Gev?
It's a backup more than anything, because I think it's a little bit more awkward to try to do the whole Kiki Jiki line, because you need to make sure you don't draw any of your combo cards. So Gev is going to be more consistent.
Does Necromancy work with this? Necromancy is a delayed exile.
Yeah, it's a Necromancy is you reanimate something, you can cast it at instant speed, but if you do, sacrifice Necromancy on the end step.
Okay. I have Corpse Dance, Shallow Grave, Necromancy. What is the final one?
Corpse, Shallow, Necromancy. Those are the 3 instants.
Was that it?
Oh, sorry.
Goryo's,
Goryo's Vengeance, but we don't have any legendary persist creatures.
All right, so Ever Tutors. What do you want to sack?
I'm thinking that we go for the good old classics of like Blasting Station. We can go for Altar of Dementia and Goblin Bombardment. Those are outside of Sling Gang Lieutenant. Those are the ones that I would go for.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sling Gang Lieutenant is part of the
the goblin combo, because 2 of our persist guys are goblins, so it works.
Yeah. I like it. I like the lieutenant.
The random question would be, do we want to run Goblin Matron in the deck just because Goblin Tutor? I feel less compelled to run it now that Dockside isn't a thing.
I'll put it in the deck for now, just for consistency's sake, but yeah, it is kind of costly.
Don't put it in the deck. I honestly, it's
Well,
worse Imperial Recruiter at this point.
It's there. It's there for now. It's gonna get cut for sure.
Okay.
But just another notable tutor. I think I've put every other tutor down to Wishclaw Talisman in here.
So we have our tutors, our sack outlets, our combo pieces. Now it's just mana and removal, right?
Unmarked Grave. Yeah. Unmarked Grave. Unmarked Grave is another one we want. Okay, so we've got some instant speed reanimation. We have a lot of tutors. We have a whole suite of goblins. We have a land base that needs to be adjusted for some MDFCs. We have our persisters, obviously. And right now it's just Sling Gang, Lieutenant, Alter Dementia, and Blasting Station. Well, come on. Oh, I mean, we can use Grinding Station.
Goblin Bombardment. Goblin Bombardment.
Yeah, Goblin Bombardment. I have... Okay, so... I have Grinding Station in here for our artifact creatures. Technically, it'll work with them. It's the least effective one, but it's doing the same thing. So... if we mill ourself, is there an optional line? Because I don't like winning the game by milling my opponents. I feel like it can often bite you in the ass depending on what you're facing. Is there a clean way to win the game if we mill ourselves, though? We don't have like a...
We could do Dread Return, get back,
Kiki-Jiki?
Oh,
doesn't the Kiki-Jiki line need a haste enabler, by the way? With the
oh yeah, for the conspicuous snoop, doing the conspicuous snoop thing. We can do Torch Carrier.
Yeah, that's fine. Is it Torch Courier or Carrier?
Courier, I think.
Okay.
I
know.
What was the previous thing that we were talking about? Because I got zoned in on the Torch Courier.
No, that's okay. I was looking at
self-build to win the game. Dread Return could potentially get us. It wouldn't be Conspicuous Snoop. It wouldn't be Goblin Engineer. Would need to have haste to get back a sack outlet. I don't think we have a mill ourselves line. I don't think that we run Grinding Station.
Well, I mean, it'll mill our opponents all the same, like Altar of Dementia.
Yeah, it's Altar of Dementia is just the better option though, because Grinding Station only works with 2 of our persist outlets, whereas
you think
Altar works with all of them.
You think 3 outlets is enough then?
Oh well, you added a Goblin Bombardment.
Oh, I did. Well, I mean, I guess we're forgetting about Underworld Breach.
And with one of them, it works on 2 of our persist guys, but it's for the sake of a cleaner combo. So 4s should be good enough.
So Bombardment, Altar of Dementia, Blasting Station,
and then Sling Gang Lieutenant for goblins.
Right. Bearing in mind Underworld Breach is a thing, if we wanted to go that way. Should we run breach lines instead? Should we be prioritizing one of the best cards in the game?
I honestly don't think we need breach, just because we already have like a very straightforward combo and we have a backup of conspicuous snoop lines. So I don't think we need breach.
Should we put in a backup to Gev? Should there be another Gev enabler, another persist enabler?
No, I doubt people are going to be hard focusing Gev, because it's not like he's grinding value constantly. You just kind of play him on turn 1 or turn 2, and people kind of leave him there, from what I would think.
Yeah, he's not providing too much.
If you want another backup combo, you can put in Combat Celebrant into the deck, just so we have Kiki Combat Celebrant. It's just another safe line if you want to have something else.
Is that the cleanest one?
Combat Celebrant's the cleanest 1 card with Kiki Jiki right now.
Okay. Okay. We put the Celebrant in. I'm happy with that.
We got
So
our main combo and our 2 backups, and now it's just mana and
interaction.
removal. Yeah, mana and interaction.
Okay, so
Also modals, I guess.
also what?
We got modals to check.
Oh, our MDFCs? What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the modal double-faced lands.
Here, let me look them up again. You never know. I revisit these things just to see if there's something I missed. Lesser than or equal to 1.
This is a
No.
deck that would actually probably want Agadeem's Awakening.
Equal to Agadeem's Awakening? Oh
Yeah,
yeah. That's an oldie.
yeah.
It's not bad.
Boggart
It's not bad here.
Boggart Trawler is pretty good. Fell of Profane is just a better swamp. Um,
I haven't looked at these black ones actually.
Pinnacle Monk is just a better mountain. Shatter Skull Smashing is just a better mountain.
Yeah, Shatter Skull Smashing is great. Shatter Skull Smashing. Tarian's Journal. Did you mention that one?
That one's not technically modal, it's a transform.
Boggart Trawler, though. It's also a goblin, by the way.
Yeah, I did say Boggart Trawler. It's so good. It's such a good card.
I love that it's a goblin for us.
Yeah,
Goblin Matron.
indeed.
No, you're not gonna get that hard. Sundering Eruption.
Which one is Sundering? That's the
It's a land
deal.
destroyer.
Oh no, that's the destroy land one. Um,
Did you say
I
Fell the
don't.
Profane?
Uh, we have different ordering on our search, but
I think
yeah,
so.
Fell the Profane. I said Fell the Profane because
Okay.
it's 4 mana kill a thing in a bad situation. It's a swamp in most other situations.
Yeah, here's the thing with MDFCs. You play them.
Yeah. The only ones that you don't play are the ones that you're like, I'm never using the backside literally ever. If
Well, I
you can
mean,
consider using the backside, it's worth it most of the time.
how about Pinnacle
Pinnacle Monk
Monk?
is the last one.
Yeah, I could consider using the backside of Pinnacle Monk. That's not bad. That
Yeah.
is not bad. Okay, so
I like how I said, oh yeah, think of using the backside as if it's not the front side of the card.
yeah. I mean, I'll always think about using the land.
It's like the land is the front side for all these modals. That's the real joke.
Let's
Oh,
okay, so we need to add interaction. Any favorite pieces of interaction?
cut down, lightning bolt, abrade.
You really like Lightning Bolt, huh?
Well, I mean, to be fair, it's a Gev enabler.
This is true. But Abrade
Uh,
is not.
we also have your new favorite card, Patrick. Untimely malfunction.
So good.
So good.
Uh any Rakdosian ones? Fire Covenant. Do we want it? I don't
Fire
think we
Covenant, Toxic Deluge.
do we run the Deluge? I guess we do.
Deluge is just generally good. We're like kind of a mid-range deck. We just have our commander and we're looking for 2 of any of a billion different cards or Goblin Recruiter and a free turn. Um,
Pyroblast,
do
REB.
uh also do we want to do mana before doing removal?
Yeah, we can. I just added Jessica's Will. Rite of Flame.
Yeah,
I'll add our
agreed.
rituals really quick. Rite of Flame.
I think we really just run the 1 mana rituals.
Yeah, I don't think we need like Desperate Pyretic.
Yeah.
Jessica's Will's
Maybe
still good value though. I feel like Jessica's
maybe
Will's.
like culling the weak just because it's culling the weak and sacrifice just because we can sacrifice our persist creature, have it immediately come back, and then use the mana to play the thing.
Right. If it comes back with a -1/-1 counter on it though,
with Gev, like we're doing the combo, but we don't
Gev
have
will
enough
be
mana
out.
to play
Yeah.
the outlet.
Gev would be out. Yeah, I gotcha. So do you want to run Sacrifice, or is Calling the Weak probably
Yeah,
it?
Sacrifice, Burnt Offering, and Culling the Weak.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Burnt Offering is the same thing as Sacrifice, just a little bit better.
You get to pick colors, yeah.
Just a little bit better, people. Yeah, I think that's all of the rituals I would want to use. Cabal Ritual, Dark Ritual, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
Dark Ritual, I don't think we need Cabal Ritual. Like 5 black is...
Wow, yet you're going to use the tutor that requires a flush grave.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, like, that's finding us a win, whereas Cabal Ritual, I don't think we need mana too often.
No,
So
we're not like
I'm iffy on playing rituals, period.
Are we on Adnos? Are we trying to do something crazy in here?
Our curve is so high. No.
Fair.
There's a difference between doing something crazy and doing crack.
Well, we don't really have card advantage, do we? Like, we need like a Necro or something. What do you want to do?
We just find a card and a tutor, then we win. That's like kind of the game plan.
Yeah, but like I feel like we need to flush our hand out just to have interaction minimally.
We can add Necropotence then. I'm fine with doing Necromancy, Necropotence, those. I just don't think Adnos is the best because paying life equal to our CMC is really harsh in this deck.
Necropo is good. Is this a deck that runs Dark Confidant? Are we throwing it way back? How far back are we going here?
No, Dark Confidant is usually better in control decks. We're mid-range, not control.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. All right, I just feel like this deck could probably use a little bit more draw, but
we can do some things. I need to think. We can do like Faithless Looting. Anything that fills up our graveyard is not too bad.
Yeah, any Rummagers. Any other ones coming to mind that are good, I should say?
Let me look at red.
We don't want to impulse draw. We don't want to impulse draw here. I mean, we could. It's just we need to cast the necessary things to make sure we don't lose them.
We can probably get away with the One Ring in this deck.
Oh. So that's my issue. When you tutor up that artifact, do you go for the One Ring or do you go for your Lesser Masticore? Probably the One Ring. Am I wrong?
Like, it depends on if you have the win in hand.
Dude, if I have a Dark Red and I'm just I don't know. Like, do you just?
Well, like if you have an artifact tutor and you have like fast mana to get out the One Ring on like turn 2, you go for the One Ring.
Yeah, but like, what if that same hand has the fast mana and the blasting station? You're like,
then you go for the win. Like if you can get Gev out turn 1 and win on turn 2, I'm pretty sure you go for that.
Yeah, because what is it? It's 2 for Gev. It's 2 for Gev. You
just need like Gev and like a Lotus Petal, and then you just have like Manavolt, Masticore, Blasting Station, something like that. It's not impossible to get a turn 2 win. I'm not going to be like, it's common, you'll see it all the time, because you won't. But
no,
it's a possibility.
Okay, I'm gonna go Arcane Signet here. Speaking of Lotus Petals, I'll go Lotus Petal, Soul Ring, Manavolt. I put Grim Monolith just because, but I'm gonna sideline it for now.
If you really want Draw Patrick, we can throw in Wheel of Fortune.
I don't want to draw that bad. I don't use wheels.
I know it's your vendetta. This is actually a deck that would probably be happy with Wheel of Fortune because you fill up your graveyard and net cards back in hand while disrupting other people's hands.
And no Underworld Breach. Criminal. Just criminal. This is fine. Okay, so wait. I put Wheel of Fortune because, reasons. Are there any good sorcery speed spells we're missing here? Like crucial ones. We got Faithless Looting. It's not crucial, but it's good. It's pretty damn good.
I honestly think that we can get away with Wheel of Fortune because turn 1 wheels thing.
I like it. How often is a turn 1 wheel these days without a mana card?
Well, we have Rakdos. We're in Rakdos. We have rituals. We have all the 1 mana rituals.
Oh, I guess we could put Mox Amber in here. Like, we're kind of close enough.
Yeah. 2 mana commander. We got that.
Chrome Mox, Mox Amber. What am I missing? Nothing really.
Do we have enough for Opal?
No, not really. Well, I get what you're saying. We've got some artifacts in here. Well, I'll only add the Mox Opal, but I'll probably sideline it. I'm not that hopeful. If our commander was an artifact, I'd be more into it. And Mox Diamond.
Is that the same mindset you have for Oswald? If he was an artifact, you'd run Opal?
No, it's just that we've passed the threshold there. I think there's enough artifacts in that deck.
Fair enough.
Yeah. What about our
thoughts on Burning Inquiry?
Do we have Gemstone?
That's probably too cheeky.
I don't think we have Gemstone Caverns in here. We need to fix that.
Yeah, we should run Gemstone.
Sorry, what about Burning Inquiry? Is that what you just said to me?
Do you think that that's too cheeky?
I think it's always cheeky. It really depends. I like this card, though. I like the kind of disruption it provides. Each player draws 3 cards and discards 3 cards at random. Like, obviously, you know, if you rip this turn 1, everyone has a flush hand. Odds are likely it's not going to hurt them too much. But as the game progresses, it's a good way to mess with the opponents. I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Ruckus Theater and it's Verge with a U, right? No, I spelled it right the first time. Ruckus Theater and Blazemeyer Verge are the 2 other lands we probably want to add.
Ruckus Theater, Blazemeyer Verge. Yes, the Verge lands.
Yeah.
We're gonna go for that pretty one in foil. Okay. Let me save and continue just to see where we're at. There aren't any lands that are crucial for us, right? Like we don't need a Urza's Cave or anything like that.
No.
Okay.
Urza's Saga might not be in the deck, and we may want to have it in the deck.
Yeah. I mean, it's a 1 or a 0.
Fast mana. It's really just grabbing fast mana.
In a 2-color deck, it's not awful to have it. We could probably run Ancient Tomb as well. I don't think I see that.
We can use Ancient Tomb. We run enough artifacts that it's good.
Yeah, maybe we even use Santa's Workshop. I don't mean Santa's Workshop. You know what I'm talking about. Mishra's Workshop?
Yeah.
No.
For Mishra's, I'm not entirely sure.
I'm lying to you. Don't use it. Don't use it, kids.
I don't know about that. I don't think so, Tim, as they say from Home Improvement. Good to see you, Gundam. Glad to hear we got a fan.
Burning Inquiry. Did I add it? I feel like we discussed it. I like it.
We did not add it, but it was discussed.
There's space. That's all I'm saying. There's space. Let's go for Burning Inquiry, and let's go for a little bit more interaction.
We are 96 cards. We can cut basics, though, and then it gets down.
Oh, gosh. Wow. We're going to have a lot of space in this deck, man. Because we've got all of our... Here, let's take a quick little look. So, we are 13 artifacts. By the way, so 99 cards, 13 artifacts. Let's look at our MDFCs real quick. We have Aghadim's Awakening.
We have more than 13 artifacts.
3.
Because it's not counting artifact creatures.
Oh, yeah, sure. 1, 2.
It's 15. We got 15.
4, 5. We've got 5 MDFCs and 35 lands. Well. We're going to cut quite a few lands here.
We cut 5. Wait, you said 35 lands and 5 MDFCs?
Yeah,
We're cutting 10 lands.
Yeah, I brought us down to 24 main lands and then 5 MDFCs. That gives us 29 lands total. You want to go less?
Just cut basics until it's roughly even. And I think we are leaning more on... We're still leaning more on red than we are on black because of the Goblin package. So one more mountain than swamp. So just cut 5 of each.
Hold up though. We need to... Do we have a basic mountain in here? We need a land base. No. We have the snow lands, but then we also need... Sorry. I want to put one basic mountain in here, and then we'll add Tainted Pact. I realize we don't have Tainted
Okay.
Pact in the deck. Let me add Tainted Pact, and that puts us at 28 lands, which I think is good for Gev.
We may want 30 only because our curve is like pretty hard around 3.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. But let's make this a Tainted Pact land base.
Yeah, I can agree to that.
Well, we got so much damn space. You know, I got a gut feeling we're missing some core cards here, so let's figure that out real quick.
We can run Reanimate. We can run Unearth, right? Because all but one of our persist things is sorry, all but 2 of our we still puppeteer here as well. The 3 good things that we're trying to find are 2 mana or less, or 3 mana or less, so Unearth works in our deck, and our sack outlet. Oh no, one of our sack outlets is 4 CMC.
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay. Well, we got 10 cards to add. This is weird. This is ultimately the opposite problem we have during our streams. We're fighting to fill in these gaps because the Gev package is not that difficult to produce.
He's compact.
Yeah, so I feel like this list is missing. It has plenty of tutors. I think it's probably flush on tutors. It's missing card advantage. It has some interaction. It has like all the appropriate interaction. I'm surprised. Even with the conspicuous Snoop crap, it's like flush.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with conspicuous Snoop, we added like 3 cards. And that's it.
I'm gonna add Ragavan.
We have Diabolic Intent in the list, right?
We do not have Diabolic Intent.
Okay.
Whoopsies.
We can probably add Intent.
Whoopsies.
Oh, Simian Spirit Guide.
Yeah, we can add Simian Spirit Guide. Look, see, the deck's making itself. We need 7 more cards. 7 more cards.
I'm trying to find the ways to fill our hand.
In these colors?
Yeah.
Cathartic Reunion? I don't know. Like, I don't mind an additional cost, discard a card kind of effect to do the thing. Thrill of Possibility, obviously.
I mean, we can add a Orcish Bowmaster and Opposition Agent as well.
Who are we, Will?
And if we want, we may just want to run Dark Confidant and Call of the Ring.
Call of the Ring, he says.
Because we can get both of those out early, and then they just do the thing.
It's our Confidant, he says. Dark Confidant, he says. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 more cards. Well, how about a Dark Tutelage? You want to go for that? Doesn't feel as good anymore. What with Mana Crypt missing? I feel so bad about Mana Crypts. My poor Oswald.
We can run Black Market Connections if you want.
Oh, Connections I like.
Yeah, and it gives us bodies.
Useful for those sack outlets.
It's also useful for just punching someone in the face to activate Gev.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, Vexing Bauble.
Ooh, bingo. Vexing Bauble's good. What else do we got? We need 1 more card, Will. Give me your favorite artifact, red or black card. We even have Burning Inquiry in here, I think. I think I added it.
Rites of Initiation, my favorite red card. We're not running that in this deck, but it's my favorite red card.
Discard any number of cards, right? So really good off the Adnaz. The bad Nas. Creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn for each card discarded this way. Is this like a finisher? And
it's a finisher with Nas and PETA for janky decks, and I love it, but we're not running it.
Do you picture yourself as the guy with the obsidian dagger? Mouth agape as he's cutting into a skull? How does that even work? Oh,
Skull
shit.
or cake.
Dude,
Patrick, it's skull or cake. Magic was ahead of its time.
Yeah. I also like how his nails look. I think it's the reflection from that pot, but it looks like he has gold nail polish on. It's so good,
Yeah, his freaking corn fingernails.
dude. I didn't have any candy corn this year for Halloween. It's such a disappointment.
Are there any good impulse draw effects?
God, well, not a damn one.
There's
Like a
the 3-mana
recurable
one
one.
from Fallout, right?
Eh? I have.
Also Ragavan.
I
We're
got
missing
Ragavan.
Ragavan.
I got Ragavan. I got
Oh, you got
Justice Will.
Ragavan.
Is
There's
there
the Fallout card. Let me find it really quick because it's actually playable, and we probably should be running it because
the
it's getting
Fallout
really good.
card? The Fallout
It's an
card?
enchantment that just says Impulse Draw 2 at the start of each turn.
Is it Ella Purnell?
Is it? Where are you, you stupid card?
What is it? Wait, what's it do? You said draw or exile card?
It's a impulse or not impulse draw. What's it? Is it? What is the term for the draw? But it's exile.
At the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. Wild Wastelands.
Yeah, Wild Wastelands. Just
skip your draw step. I mean, I guess that works.
Yeah, it's just draw 2 more cards a turn, and it's not like if we hit a combo. Oh, sorry, we skip our draw step, but it's it'll make it so that we're gonna draw an extra card every turn, and it's not like if we hit a combo piece, we're sad because we just have others in the deck.
Have you seen this new art for Dark Confidant?
I think so.
From Jumpstart? Question
Yeah,
mark?
Foundations jumps. Yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, I brought this
Damn.
one up. I brought this up.
I remember this. You brought this up to me?
Yeah, I think I brought it up when we were covering it.
Look at her little heels.
Yeah.
My wife would comment on how those aren't tall enough and that she's only half the performer as every other girl on that stage. It's just easier to dance in heels like that, stubby heels like that. But you know what? She's standing atop a giant, so she's probably busy enough as it is. Good for her.
Newly conjured demons arrive confused, angry, and unsure how to direct their cruelty. I offer a few suggestions.
Who do you think pierced this demon's ear? Do you think demons are born with ear piercings? How, right? How is that someone, is that someone's profession? They're just like, yeah, I tattoo and like do piercings for demons. I mean like literal demons. That's my job.
Also, can I just say that seems like the most uncomfortable place to sit, considering the fact that his entire body's covered in spikes, so she's clearly sitting on spikes.
What you don't know about Deborah is she's actually a big fan of those spikes. Is that how she stays aloft? Anyways,
making sure she's not falling off his shoulders because there's enough friction. Like I have the spikes to kind of stop me.
Yeah. Look, Mom, no hands. All right, 'tis the season of Gev'ing, and today we've finished Gev Scaled Scorch. Is it the best deck you've seen in Magic? Probably not, but we're gonna try it, see if it does the thing, and I'm kind of excited for it. Like I like Gev. You know, normally when we look at, and this is cEDH, okay? I'm coming in with that late, but yes, when we brew list on the channel, unless we say otherwise, we're trying to make them as competitive as possible. I gotta say, this one feels like it might fall a little flat, but look, we're gonna try. We're gonna try, damn it. Like Will said, it only takes a tutor and a dream. So, as Will always says, it's only one tutor and one dream away. All right, what do we got?
Patrick, all I have to say is, if there's any time for there to be a magical Christmas land hand, it is right now. So,
hey, dude,
I think he's gonna do well.
We're pretty damn close with this. I'm not gonna lie. It's a Gemstone Cavern, a Scalding Tarn, Ragavan, Wing Rattle Scarecrow, Sling Gang Lieutenant, Blasting Station, and Dark Confidant. Like all the solutions are right there. We just need a Gev, and we get there with Glittering Caves. So let's pretend we're off turn. What do we Gemstone Caverns away? We have 2 sack outlets.
We get rid of Sling Gang because we want to keep the persist effect. We want to keep Dark Confidant for potential draw. Ragavan is ramp, and Blasting Station is just Blasting Station.
Yeah, no, so Blasting Station is better. Yeah. That was exactly what I was thinking to get rid of. Because do we turn 1 the Gev here, by the way?
Do we want Gev or do we want Dark Confidant?
Well, Help me Scalding Tarn first. What is it's Badlands, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's Badlands.
Okay, so
I think that we do Dark Confidant because we want to hit another mana source to get to 3.
well, we top decked Boggart.
Um,
So I mean, I don't know. Luck is with us, sir.
uh,
So here's what we could do. We could technically we could Dark Confidant, which I think is the better option than Ragavan. We could obviously Gev here.
so
Um,
let's kind of math it out. So turn 1 Gev, turn 2 probably Scarecrow because it's more resilient, then turn 3 Blasting Station game. We can do turn 1 Ragavan, have 3 mana turn 2, play Scarecrow, then 4 mana turn 3, and then we don't have enough to play Gev and Blasting Station.
right.
If we do Dark Confidant first, same thing. So it's best tempo to just play out Gev turn 1, yeah.
It is best tempo, but I feel like we're kind of tits out turn after turn. I almost
Yeah, but
feel like the
if
Dark
we fail,
Confidant.
we have a Ragavan and Dark Confidant to back us up, so we're going to be drawing enough things that we should hopefully turn it around.
Okay. If we even if we pull a mana vault, it's not like we get there that much quicker. Like even if we pulled the mana vault, it's still 6 mana to do the thing. Rough times. Okay, let's go. I like the Gev. We'll do the Gev. So we're ass out. People are loving it.
I'd
Ooh.
say we go for the turn 3 win, and if we want, we can say they stop us and see how well we can turn around after that, just to for the sake of argument.
So we're gonna use the front side of Boggart Trawler,
Backside?
as Will would say. No.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Front side. Will, if someone has 6 cards in hand, we do win with Jessica's Will.
Oh my gosh.
I just want to say it's funny. Like I was thinking of Dark Confidant. I was thinking about Dark Confidant. We had a whole conversation about Dark Confidant. I was thinking about Dark Ritual, but Jessica's Will is technically better in this situation.
The worst part is somebody probably does have 6 cards in hand on turn 2, and I don't think anybody would stop us with a turn 2 Geb win. Speaking of magical Christmas land,
Hey, we got there. 'Tis the season. Ring the bells. I wish I had some soundbite for you, but imagine jingle bells ringing. We're gonna Jessica's Will here with our lucky bitch card. With our Gemstone Caverns. I'll choose you, sir, and then we'll exile the top 3 cards of our library: Orcish Bowmaster, Urza's Saga, and Kiki, the G key. Sadly, none of these will be used. We're gonna let the Justice Will go to grave. I'm gonna start with a Wing Rattle Scarecrow. Would we rather land the Blasting Station or land the Scarecrow? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what would you rather lead with? Like, if one of these things is gonna get countered, I would rather it be the Scarecrow, right?
it doesn't matter either way because they can disrupt us no matter what we try to do. So
I guess
order doesn't really matter here.
if I'm concerned about a counter, I'll put the Blasting Station down first because I would rather have that. And there are less counters for creatures, so I think so maybe the sequencing is better. So we'll start with the Blasting Station. We'll go with the Wing Rattle Scarecrow. Again, it's like Will said, like if they have interaction for one thing, they may have interaction for an artifact here. But hopefully they're tapped out because it's really just the one red card I can think of.
On several people's turn 1, our turn 2.
I realize we don't have Mog Salvage in here. Like that's one of my favorite free spells. We don't need Mog Salvage, but so far as free spells, sorry, this is a win. Let's explain the win in a second. But Will, are we missing any good free spells? I think we're missing Deflecting Swat. We're missing Deadly Rollick. We're missing Mog Salvage.
I don't think we need Mog Salvage, but I agree with the other two. We can run Mog Salvage if you want, though, because we can probably cut like a Braid for Mog Salvage.
I like Mog Salvage as a card. But I do think a Braid is still good just to get rid of any sort of hate bears, namely Dranith Magistrate. At any rate, here we are. There's Gev, there's the station, and there's Wing Rattle Scarecrow. So guess what happens? We cast Wing Rattle Scarecrow. It succeeds. Oh, you poor suckers. There's a trigger on the stack whenever a creature enters play. Okay.
And really quick, before using Blasting Station, we attack with Gev.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. Attacked with Gev. Was that chill? Then we Yescas Will. That's the important part, and I guess the thing we need to consider every time we play Gev. And someone needs to have lost life for the counters to go on things. So there you go. Someone lost life. Okay. Now we do the thing. So provided one person lost life, which we'll hopefully have a target, and or we'll push the person
we
that
swing
doesn't.
with Gev every single turn. Somebody's just going to be like, he has 3 mana, he doesn't have it. Then we do everything we just did.
Right. So Blasting Station, Wing Rattle, Scarecrow, trigger on the stack. Do this. This goes away. Had a +1/+1 counter, irrelevant. Blasting Station untaps. This comes back. Not necessarily in that order, but you get where we're going. All right, so Wing Rattle Scarecrow comes in with a -1/-1. It comes in with a +1/+1. It is just a 2/2 again, and we proceed to do this infinitely. And as Will said, if we failed, we have Ragavan and Dark Confidant for next turn, which is not a bad thing. Not bad. Let's fix this up, because I don't want to get those comments with people saying, well, how do you not have Deadly Rollick?
It's been a while. Last time we did Marvel Rivals, the time before we did F&M.
Yeah, we don't know.
It's nearly been a month since we brewed a deck.
Yeah, we don't know what deck building is. Deflecting SWAT. God, I've been building decks for so long, and I still forget this shit. I do like Mox Salvage, though. I'm going to find a home for Mox Salvage here, and this is one of my favorites. I also really like Shattering Spree. I'm one of those people. I'll put Shattering Spree on the side, though. And, I guess there's also...
I feel like Shattering Spree is better if you're in mono red. Biforce is probably better if you're in multicolor.
Yeah, Biforce is pretty good. I'm sorry, I just moved on, but we can look it up to show the people. But what do we get rid of? What do we get rid of? All right, so we've got 3 cards. The Wheel of Fortune is good, as Will would say. I'll leave it. Burning Inquiry can come out for now.
Yeah.
As much as I love it. Also, it's important to note, Unearth actually hits our Gev as well. So if we have it in hand and we need to get him out another way, it's just not a bad way to go about it. I want to run this one more time. Oh, yeah, with the cut down, maybe we can get rid of the Abrade. I think I will for now.
We can get rid of cut down instead of Abrade if you want.
Just the versatility you think is a little bit better?
Yeah, I like the fact that it can hit artifacts because, let's be honest, cut down and Abrade are usually killing the same things. The only examples of the time Abrade is killing something that cut down is killing something Abrade isn't is like the 1/4s of the world.
Is it weird that I just took out Necropotence? I would rather have like the slow draws than one burst draw.
Yeah, Necropotence can kind of be a slow draw, and I think that we could use it for a slow draw, but we have other draws, and we have consistency with tutors. I don't think we need it.
Yeah, no, I'm okay to get rid of it. I think people will get sidelined. I think if people saw Necropotence, they would shit themselves and then drop everything and think Gev is the biggest threat. So I'm going to get rid of it. I don't want that. This is supposed to be fun, damn it. This Gev's supposed to be fun. We are good to go. Let's try it again.
All right.
The new and enhanced Gev. All right, we've got an Unearth, Marsh Flats, Gemstone Cavern, Sling Gang Lieutenant, Shallow Grave, Pyroblast, and Dark Ritual. Bitches. If you counted that correctly, that is 2 lands. I don't know. What do you think, man? This has no great hope of winning.
This is like a tutor away from winning. If we can find Putrid Goblin, that's good. If we don't find Putrid Goblin, we're sad.
Right, because the Dark Rid into Sling Gang is great. Obviously, like even an Entomb with our Unearth or Shallow Grave would be great. I mean, we can keep this just to see what life is like. Do you want to just keep this to see what... Let's keep this to see what life is like.
I think we cycle the Entomb just to draw a card, and we can probably pitch Pyroblast to Gemstone for this hand.
I like that. You said cycle the Entomb? What are you talking about? Oh,
not Entomb, sorry. Unearth.
Yeah, I don't mind that. We just top deck a Swamp, but we're going to Marsh Flots. Marsh Flots are Badlands. Oh, shit.
Fall.
Did you watch that most recent Dungeon Soup yet?
Yeah.
So good.
I can't counterspell him. I don't know what he's saying.
The last spell, my greatest fear. Watch Dungeon Soup if you've never seen it. All his work is really good. All right. We get the lucky pitch token on there. We can wait to do the cycling, so we will. Will's right. We have Shallow Grave, so it's not like we need both. All right. We're gonna cycle this off turn. Actually, I'm sorry. Do we Gev here or do we cycle here? I guess we cycle here.
I think we Gev for the sake of being able to punch people.
All right. Well, I mean, we do need to get Gev online before we can even do the combo, right? Because the summoning sickness and stuff. So I'm okay with that. I'm gonna shuffle from our fetch there, and next turn we have a Mox Diamond. And just shy the land to use it. Isn't that always the case? We're gonna go Swamp.
We can potentially unearth into another land and then play Mox Diamond.
Yeah, fuck it, let's go. We'll cycle on turn. Casual cycle on turn. There's a Vamp Tutor. Love to see it. All right, Will. Help me live the dream. How would you... okay, what do you Vamp Tutor to win right now? Putrid Goblin?
So let's see. Putrid Goblin is like the best play. It's the way we win. Putrid Goblin is the way we win. But
Putrid Goblin is the way we live. Putrid Goblin is the air we breathe.
Putrid Goblin is love. Putrid is life.
Yeah. What else? Tell me more. Tell me more about Putrid Goblin. Can you guys see this? I know those cards are small for you. I'm sorry.
So
sorry here.
The issue is that we need 6 mana to play Putrid Goblin and the Sling Gang Lieutenant.
We got a Dark Rit. Oh fuck it. He's 4 mana.
1 mana, 1 short.
Oh my god, this asshole. What if we got an Entomb instead? Nope, that's still doesn't work. Okay.
I think it's still probably best to do Putrid Goblin, because then we can play Sling Gang Lieutenant, and if they kill Sling Gang Lieutenant, we just reanimate then Putrid Goblin and get there. We need to hope that we hit a land, though, or another mana source by doing that if they do kill our Sling Gang.
Hope that someone lets us hit them with Gev.
No, we don't need to let someone hit, or we don't need to hope on the generosity of people. Sling Gang Lieutenant drains the life of somebody with the Goblin token that you sack, and then you get Gev. And you get the counter from Gev.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Will is right. Okay, we're gonna Vamp.
Yeah, we're gonna just play out the Sling Gang buck naked, and then hopefully that'll be fine.
What's awkward about this though is that we need to use the Dark Rit here to do that.
Yeah, that'll be next turn. Yeah, I wish that we didn't have to do that, but that is, you do what you gotta do.
I don't like it, Will. I don't like it one bit.
I agree.
We're gonna do the Dark Rit. Do the Dark Rit dance. We're gonna cast the Sling Gang Lieutenant. We've got 3 cards in hand. Maybe they think we're threatening them with that lucky bitch card, but who knows? It's just there. It's just there for good luck. Enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 red goblin tokens. To be honest with you,
really quick, we're gonna swing with Gev first, so all of them enter as 2/2s.
Oh, facts. You know,
just punch them.
Will, I never think about this shit. We're gonna swing turn 3. Let's go. Then we'll go with the gobos, and you know what? I'm even gonna honor them with the +1/+1 counters.
Yes.
I gave 1 too many on that main boy. Whoops.
That's I wanted to build a casual Gev deck that was just use all of the what's her name, Belby. Use all of the Belby ping effects to make it so Gev gives 3 +1/+1 counters on everything when they enter, and then you just make an army of massive 1/1s that are now 4/4s.
I kind of love that. That's kind of dope, honestly. I have all those cards.
Maybe that's your next casual deck.
I would love to build a good casual deck. I say good. I would love to build a fun casual deck. That sounds super fun. Like Gav's effects with
brutal. I would say don't run the persist combos in that deck. It's you get enough value out of Gev to just go boom.
Do you go Lizard Tribal at all?
You don't go Lizard Tribal. You go more like Goblin Tribal and like Zombie and Rat Tribal in that deck.
I don't think there's any good lizards for him. I can't think of a single like playable lizard, sadly, other than Gev. All right, 'tis the season of Geving. Let's go top deck mode. Please honor me this year with a good card. Pinnacle Monk.
We can play Pinnacle Monk as land return, assume that somebody killed our Sling Gang, and then we can Allograve Sling Gang back, and then Putrid Goblin.
I almost want to keep. Well, I almost want to keep the Pinnacle Monk in case Sling Gang Lieutenant gets murked as we cast Putrid Goblin, because then we can recover our Shallow Grave if we fail. Do you know what I mean?
Pinnacle Monk is 5 mana.
Oh, fuck me. We're gonna go to his front side. We're gonna go to his good side. Yes, the Mystic Peak, my favorite. I visit there every year. Let's go Mystic Peak Swamp. Putrid Goblin? Putrid Goblin, anyone? But only after we go 3 ways.
You don't need to go to combat if you don't want to, because
fuck it, let's do it anyways. Okay, so Gev says you go left, you go right, I'll go down the middle. All right.
Make that Putrid Goblin enters a 5/5.
That's right. No, one of the goblins dies. One of the goblins dies, but we go +1/+1 here, and we go for Putrid Goblin. All right.
It is +3/+3 on Putrid Goblin.
Oh, I was saying that one of the goblins gets blocked because I don't know.
And then when it gets blocked, we just sack it and ping somebody because why not?
True. Oh my god, the Sling Gang Lieutenant. I'm not even using him to his fullest potential. But do you see this all? So we did damage to an opponent, at least one opponent, but 3 ultimately. And we've got Sling Gang Lieutenant and Putrid Goblin. So the combo, do you want to illustrate this one? It's the same as the last one. Here, I'll do it, fine. Okay, so persist. +1/+1 counters, sack outlet, they lose life, we gain life. Infinite life, put more over. Infinite damage. Is it really infinite if the game stops? No, but I like to imagine these things.
Yeah, funnily enough, when all of your opponents die, I don't think Gev gives +1/+1 counters anymore, so it does stop the combo.
Shit. Was this deck any good? I don't know. We won on turn 3 and we won on turn 4. Do you want to give it one more try?
We won on turn 4 with protection.
Yeah, that's right. He brought the Trojans. All right, let's try it one more. And I just want to state that we've kept the first hand we've seen every single game. And also, the first hand we've seen every single game has had Gemstone Caverns in it.
Yeah.
All right.
What can I say? It's the new Yargle Multani.
It is the season. It is. It really is. All right, Gemstone Caverns, Reckless Handling, the One Ring, Snow-Covered Mountains.
Gemstone Caverns again.
Wheel of Fortune, Gamble. This is a good hand too, dude.
You know what I gotta say about this hand, Patrick? Potential turn 1 Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
And no combo pieces in sight, so if we do a turn 1 Wheel of Fortune, we are just wrecking people's days.
I mean, if we just top deck our Soul Ring, we're kind of there. All right, so how do you want to do this? You want to keep this hand?
Yeah.
Does Gamble and the One Ring appeal to you? I mean, I think we want to get the One Ring down before we Wheel of Fortune, frankly.
This isn't a turn 1 Wheel of Fortune because we need to. I guess we don't have a way of getting the red mana and
here's the issue. We can't gamble a Mana Crypt. That's what Will's trying to say.
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
there was a universe where this was a turn 1 Wheel of Fortune, but that's no longer the case. All right, I think we do keep this. I think it's a fun hand. The thing is, what do we, assuming we're going second, because you know what, I always like to make an ass out of you and me. How do we get the Lucky Bitch token on here? What are you exiling, Will?
So let's see, if we wanted, we probably get rid of Wheel of Fortune, if I'm being honest, because with Gamble and Reckless Handling, we can potentially hit Gevline, and we have the One Ring to refill our hands, so we don't need Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, in case you guys were wondering, Wheel of Fortune is just really good fodder for Chrome Mox, Gemstone Caverns. It's the thing you pitch, you know what I mean? If there was
it's really good if you are Hellbent or near Hellbent, and it's really good if you can play it super early, but outside of that, you need to be very careful with when you play it.
You know when I knew Will thought the card was bad? is when he realized Mana Crypt wasn't around.
It's still good. It's just turn 1 Wheel of Fortune is not
Yeah.
happening as much
Often.
anymore.
No, unless you're on Rograk and you've got like a Mox Amber up in there too or some shit.
Or
Like
you just draw the cracked ramp hand.
yeah. Anyways, we're not there, but we will put the lucky bitch down and let's go ahead and draw a card. We got a Ruckus Theater. It enters tapped. How do you feel about that shit, Will? Actually, how do you feel about that shit?
I like Raucous Theater because we can fetch it if we don't need the extra mana off of a fetch.
Oh, so you're saying you don't like it in our hand?
I don't like it in our hand. I love it in the deck.
Yeah, love it in the deck. You're gonna love it in the deck.
We can do Raucous Theater into turn 1 gamble if we really want.
Yeah, knowing my luck though, we're probably gonna pitch the One Ring, but we're probably gonna gamble for Soul Ring. Am I mistaken?
Do we want to try to find Lesser Masticore and Altar of Dementia?
I just want to state that every other game we've turn 1 Geved. So is it wrong of us not to turn 1 Gev here?
Well, the issue is that our game plan is either turn 1 Urza Saga or it's turn 1 tap land or it's turn 1 basic land and then Gev.
What does Urza Saga get if we gamble Soul
Mana
Ring?
Vault.
Okay.
If we get to 3, it gets us Mana Vault, which gives us nearly enough mana to Lesser Masticore and Altar of Dementia by itself.
Is it bad that I think Urza Saga to start getting the tokens and then gamble is a better option?
Well, my thing is Urza Saga.
We can also just reckless handling. I'm sorry.
Urza Saga gives us the entire 4 mana we need for the combo with Mana Vault, so
yeah. I
think that we just do Urza Saga into reckless handling this turn. The next turn we can play Mountain and gamble and Gev. Or we can play Mountain, the Lesser Masticore, let's say that we searched with reckless handling, then Gev.
You want to go for the mass though?
Yeah.
You want to go to mass? All right. How does this work?
Take me to church.
Put it into your hand, shuffle your deck, and discard a card at random. Great.
It's gamble, and if we happen to gamble away an artifact, we shock everyone.
All right. 1d6, Will. 1d6. We roll a 2 out of 6. Didn't I just fucking say we're getting rid of the One Ring? Great.
We're fine.
Doesn't feel fine. All right. So that was reckless handling. Great. Fucking loved it. We got Balan's Tomb, which you all know is Ancient Tomb. Well, Will, I don't know. We're gonna put another counter on this sucker. We can make constructs. Don't forget about that. All right.
Now we can either play a tap land and play the Masticore, or we can play an untapped land and then do Gev, or we can do Masticore into gamble.
Bro, we gotta get the Gev down. We gotta get the Gev down first. But we need to life loss.
Yeah, well, we can attack with Lesser Masticore for life loss as well.
Yeah, I guess. But if he dies prior and he has the -1/-1, that does hamper this whole thing. I get what you're saying. Okay, this is the weirdest. This is oddly the worst setup we've had.
Yeah, I mean, we can also just set up the combo and wait until somebody cracks a fetch.
Yeah. Well, okay, so that's true. If we went for Ancient Tomb, we could Lesser Masticore and gamble.
If we went Mountain, we can Lesser Masticore and gamble.
There's that too. I just want to hold up mana to act like I've got something, you know, that Null Elemental Blast that we don't have in the deck.
Yeah.
Another good one. Another good one we just missed.
Null Elemental Blast is better if you're in one color.
What are you trying to say? Gift isn't one Elemental Blast?
he already has so much.
He's got the red Elemental Blast, which hits 90% of the spells you're going to want to counter anyways. I don't know what to do here. Audience, it's up to you. Will,
I think that we do...
You want to have a ruckus time, don't you?
I think we want to play gamble right now. Actually, yeah.
Do you want to play a gamble with a flush hand? Do you want to have a chance to discard Lesser Masticore? Or would you rather...
Actually, I think that the game plan is we play Mountain, we play Gev and act like we have something, then we can go Lesser Masticore and gamble on our next turn, because then we have 4 cards in hand. No, we're gonna have 3 cards in hand either way.
Okay, so Urza Saga pops.
No. Yeah, it's gonna be 4 cards. Yeah, no. We go for Gev right now.
Go for Gev. Let's go for Gev. We'll tap the Lucky Bitch. We'll play the Snow Mountain. Tap that. We got the Gev. All right. That's it. Keep dreading that Elemental Blast, people. That's the pro tip today. Anytime you've got colorless mana, just let them know. At any moment, you could tap it. All right, next turn. Pinnacle Monk. Hey, look at us. Okay,
right.
So we've got a 3rd counter on this thing. You know what that means?
We tap it for mana, then we find Mana Vault, and then we tap Mana Vault.
Can we do the same thing with Soul Ring here? With the Ancient Tomb, actually?
So we're gonna play land last because we want to gamble first, so that we have a 25% chance to discard the thing we look for instead of a 33.
So Mastercore.
Yeah. So,
okay, so
we're gonna have
Mastercore plus Blasting Station. Is that what we're going for?
Yeah. So Mastercore, we have 5 mana. Let's say 6, because we're gonna be able to play a land no matter what. So we're gonna have 6 mana here. 2 is Masticore, 1 is Gamble, and then 3 remaining. So we should be fine no matter what.
If we get Soaring. Yeah. I just, in case we fail, I would rather have this option. We have 3 lands.
Yeah.
So we grab the Soul Ring, we play the Soul Ring, and now we gamble. All right, folks. I'm gonna reorganize my hand. Just really. Just who knows? Maybe this helps. Okay, shuffle. I'm just gonna shuffle first, and then I will grab our Blasting Station. And we don't need Blasting Station. I guess we could go for the cheaper one as well, the Goblin Bombardment. You want to do that?
It has to be no, it can be anything.
Yeah, it's
Goblin Bombardment, because we're gonna have red to play it.
Yeah, keep the curb low. Keep that curb low. All right.
We play Lesser Masticore before we gamble, by the way.
You would prefer?
We have to, because we don't want to discard either of the 2 things that we searched for this game.
We got a Pinnacle. We can recover the gamble and search for a...
No. We played Lesser Masticore to start off. Because
all right, that's fair. It's 25% chance. This is what Will was referring to when he said those two numbers in sequence with a percentile. Okay. 1d4, Will. Magic Christmas time. It can't hit number 2. Go. Hey, no more Ancient Tomb. Sorry, I don't know if you guys can see that. I rolled a 1 out of 4. Okay.
It pops up at the top. We can see it.
You can? Oh, thank God. Okay. Pinnacle Monk, keep it, or Ruckus Theater?
I'm like 10 seconds behind, so.
Do we play the... This is a trick question. I'm trying to get Will here. Do we play the Ruckus Theater, or do we play the Pinnacle Monk?
Let's see. We have 1 mana remaining, correct?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter?
No, we play the Pinnacle Monk. You know why?
Why?
Ruckus Theater comes into play taps, man.
Well, yeah, but we're floating 1, right?
No, we floated 1 for the Soul Ring.
So 2 off of Soul Ring, 1 off the Mountain, and 1 from Urza Saga. We have 1 floating.
No. We tapped the Urza Saga to play this. Oh, it puts it into play.
Yeah.
Fucker.
We have 1 floating.
We're gonna.
We play the Ruckus Theater.
I play the
Pinnacle Monk.
It already happened.
It
already happened. It already happened. I totally forgot. I haven't used Urza Saga in ages. Yes, it puts it into play. Whoops. I played the Pinnacle Monk. Let's just hope this goes through, because you know what? It will. Because 'tis the season of Gev'ing. We're gonna go.
Even if we want to say that no one let us hit them, we honestly can just
Goblin Bombardment,
Dark Hole combo, and prevent anybody from cracking anything, prevent anybody from attacking anybody, and then swing next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lesser Masticore will ping off those blockers next turn.
I mean, we need a lot of mana.
We have enough to use it once. We can ping off the 1/1 dwarf that somebody was planning to block with.
Kill the 1 Birds of Paradise that's just flying there.
Yeah.
But don't kill me. All right, so again, to illustrate, is this turn 3?
This is turn 3.
God, look at us. We're so good at this game. Okay. Goblin.
This deck isn't good. This is just magical Christmas land.
Yeah, no.
I mean, actually, I'm willing to bet the deck is good just because of the fact that it's so redundant that you will find combos constantly. But
Yeah.
we also got very good hands.
Yeah, I gotta say, the 3 times in a did I ever mulligan? I don't
No,
think
you never mulliganed, and you always found Gemstone Cavern.
that's damn straight. That's how the game is played. You just rely on pure luck. I've got hot hands today, by the way. I had hot hands this whole week. I've been opening up random packs of Pokemon. Don't ask me why. And I've pulled a bunch of good shit. And look at this. Ripping digital decks, still pulling good shit. Lesser Masticore, persist, +1/+1 counter. Goblin Bombardment deals 1 damage to any target. Guess what? It comes back with a +1/+1 counter, -1/-1 counter. And we do the whole thing over again. Hey, Mateus.
Imitate. Deck the halls with tons of goblins. Fa la 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 la. Yes, we're gonna deal 1 damage. Fa la 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 la.
Yeah.
Is the season of Gev'ing.
'Tis the season. Guys, we got there. Turn 3, turn 4, turn 3. Is it the best deck in the format? Maybe. I don't know. I need to put it in a tournament. I don't think I will, but I'll let you guys try.
Really quick, I got another one. Dashing through the snow, we're persisting every day, sacking all these bros, but they'll never go away.
Oh, delicious. All right, guys.
Oh,
There we are. We did it. Hey, Mateus. Hey, everyone. If you watch the stream, thanks for watching. Feel free to leave this with a like. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season, and I mean if you celebrate it. If not, I just hope you take those days off and do something nice for yourself. Like I'm not going to do. I will be working all of next week. But you know what? I'm going to carve out a little bit of time to do something for myself. We'll see. It's been a busy year. I'm going, so FYI, I have a honeymoon with my wife next month. So I'm going to be gone for like nearly all of next month, but 3-week vacation for me and her. That's going to be great. Will and I are going to get back together next week for a stream. I think a gameplay stream, and I can honestly see us doing more of those because they're just fun. But Friday the 27th. You should see us Friday the 27th. Will, any thoughts or feelings on Gev, I guess, before we close this out?
I mean, the deck works. If you want to build this deck, use our TCG player affiliate link in the description. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The deck had a good showing. It did roughly what I thought it was going to do.
Yeah.
Just consistently finding a combo with like a tutor and 1 combo piece, which is what we did every single game, other than that last one where we just hit 2 tutors. It works.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I liked it too. Who needs card advantage in the command zone?
I mean, honestly, you don't need card advantage if you have consistency. That's what I learned with Sasaya.
Yeah. No, I mean, we couldn't have accounted for the consistency there, but I'm gonna be opening this up. I found this at Best Buy today. Don't ask me why I was at Best Buy, but I'm gonna be opening this up. That's my evening today. I was gonna say hi to the wife. Fancy Gev is the best Gev. Yeah. Oh, of course.
Also, the most expensive gift. Like
I
a
think
mile.
I think he's dropped a little bit. I think he's 70. I remember when we saw these initially from
He was like
Bloomburrow.
200 initially or something.
Yeah, they're all 3 figures. So thank God people are cracking these because these are the coolest ones. These are some really, really. Bloomburrow had some amazing cards. And honestly, it's a set that I feel like we didn't do enough brews for. So I'm really thankful this year that we got to give back to Bloomburrow.
Give back to the community.
Yeah, in this way. But guys, thanks for watching this year. You can see us next week. Would love to continue doing some FNMs with you guys. We'll make that more of a consistent thing. I think that the game and chats are probably my favorite vessel for communicating with you all. So I hope you enjoy those. I always hear you guys talking about gameplay. You know what? If you can find me a wealthy benefactor, I will produce the shit out of gameplay for you. I'll even fly Will in.
Yeah, I'll say the reason why we can't do gameplay is because Patrick and I are in different states, and the best way to do good gameplay footage, because yes, we could splice stream footage into gameplay videos, but honestly, that kind of defeats the whole vibe that got Brew Wars so popular, because I think just everybody sitting at a table having a good time and playing off of each other is what made Brew Wars so popular. So since Patrick and I are in different states, and Patrick doesn't have a consistent play group up in New York right now, we can't really do live, or we can't do gameplay videos. I am hopefully over Christmas break going to be getting actual time so that I can try to do the Half to series stuff, which I've set up and gonna be doing for forever, but then stuff keeps popping up. Hopefully I'll be able to do that though.
Well, that's the other thing. A lot of people want more short form content. I get a lot of people. It's interesting. More now than even Brew Wars comments or just gameplay comments. People saying that they miss the shorts content, which is weird because most of it was just like spliced live streams and or, you know, was its own original content. And I realize there's a huge audience for that just based off of our viewership of those shorts, you know. So I definitely want to get back to that as well, beyond even just the half twos. And I also think that next year, going into next year, once I get a damned streaming software that functions without issue, I would like to test doing vertical live streams. There is a huge audience for that. Once TikTok is dead, not on there, but on here, on here, there's a huge audience for that as well. So love to get in some of that with you guys. That might be how we approach live streams moving forward. We'll see, depending on how the audiences are pulled. Just something about vertical content right now. It's still the best way to advertise. Brew Wars aficionado, would love that to be back. Me too, honestly. You know, maybe I can communicate with some of the local stores around here. I know there are places that have studio space and equipment to actually do live streams. They sort of facilitate that. Maybe I can work with one of them to get Commander gameplay on the menu. And a lot of them are 2-in-1s, like bars slash, you know, studio spaces for streaming. So
When I get my own place, maybe I can set up like some kind of gameplay setup studio, and I can at least record stuff over here. I know that you'd want to be able to play, Patrick, but maybe that could be something, and then we can post like a Brew Wars from my side every like couple months.
yeah, I'm good with that. I was trying to come up with a good pun for that, but yeah. U2 Wars? Shoe Wars? It doesn't need to be even be called Brew Wars.
We can do Crew Wars.
Crew Wars.
I still like the whole thing of Brew Wars, though, of like we're brewing decks, playing them, and then drinks.
Yeah, I mean that's the fun the fun part of it all, you know. I do miss it though. Trust me, I think about it all the time. I think that's probably the most fun I've had creating content. Certainly. But yeah, I'd love to get back to that. But guys, happy holidays. We'll see you on the next one. Again, it should be Friday, so right after Christmas and all the other ones. Not to discredit your holiday, but I'm probably just gonna be celebrating Christmas with the wife. We have no plans, 0 plans, just relaxing. All right, see you guys. Yes, time to get in some Marvel Rivals practice.
Indeed. I